Hi, it's July 14th. I'm Scott Johnson, and you're watching Frogpants Plays Daily. All right, couple things to get out of the way. Yes, I cut my hair. Okay, it's really short, like short as you can go. There's only one setting lower than the setting I used. Please just go easy on me. The light makes it look like I really have nothing up here, but I have hair. See, there's hair. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right, the other issue of the day is this. I'm a little bit torn. This weekend, this Friday, 2 major games are coming out. Paper Mario, the Origami King, for the Nintendo Switch, and then same day, Ghosts of Tsushima, which comes out for the PlayStation 4, which I've said on the show before might be the last PlayStation 4 game I purchase, if that's the one I get. But now I'm torn. They're coming out the same day. They're both full price games, $59.99. There's maybe an Amazon discount for getting the physical one, but I don't do that. I do digital. Okay, that's the life I live. So here's the question, and you can answer in the comments or send me emails on this. Do I wait for reviews in both cases? Do I get the one that gets the best reviews from the sources I trust the most? Do I end up getting both? Is this just the worst adult decision that any adult should ever have to make? Honestly, I'm really struggling on which way to spend. It's not even about the, you know what? Okay, fine. The money it's expensive. Buying 2 of these games is what, $120? That's a lot of money. However, the time, these will both take a bunch of time. In Mario's corner, I have a Switch Lite, which means I can take it outside. I can take it out in the back porch at night and play it there. I can play it in bed. I can play it wherever I want to take it. Ghosts, if I want to play that, I got to put it in the PlayStation 3 or start it there, and I got to have it on the TV it's hooked to, and I got to sit there, right? So I don't have as much mobility. But that sounds like a really epic game, and it might be the more satisfying of the two. But I'm also hearing Mario, then the Origami King's like 30 hours long. That's a long, beefy game. I don't know. I'm leaning Mario, honestly. Convince me otherwise. Do it in the comments. Xbox boss Phil Spencer speaks out about closing Mixer and says, I don't have regrets. In June, Microsoft made the surprise announcement, as you know, we talked about it right here, that it was closing its streaming service Mixer with high-profile streamers Ninja and Shroud leaving the platform to go elsewhere. Now Spencer has spoken more about the decision to close Mixer, and he says he has no regrets. Says this, it's obviously a disappointment when you try to grow something to the scale it needs to get to, and you don't get there, Spencer told GI.biz. I don't have regrets. If you make decisions with the best information you have at the time, you apply your best effort, and we're in a creative industry. We are in a hits-driven industry, unquote. So I would just say, of course, they're putting the best face and spin on this they can. You know, sort of like, chin up, everybody. We gave it our best shot. It didn't work out. And that's pretty much true. Still a little bit bummed because I think there would have been some possibilities on the console streaming front that Mixer would have had an advantage in over, say, something like Twitch. But also, Twitch will now benefit from Xbox streamers using their service more than they would have some other competing service. And honestly, there aren't a lot of competing services anyway, which is why I'm a little bummed about the loss of Mixer in the space because there isn't a ton of competition now. Kind of reigning supreme is Twitch for live game streaming. And somewhere in there is YouTube with their effort, although it's not the full YouTube gaming effort that they were aiming for before, but it's still a thing. Facebook Gaming trying to make a space for themselves and make that work. There's Caffeine. There's a couple others floating around there, but some like meaningful competition for Twitch I think is healthy for this particular sector of the business, and I hope something comes eventually that gives it a real run for its money and keeps them on their toes. If I had to guess, it'll be some sort of small player somewhere who does something organically, a lot like Twitch is, kind of came out of nowhere in a lot of ways. And it'd be nice to see somebody compete on that level and not try to do it all at once the way Mixer was. This, to me, reminds me of companies, video game companies in particular, that would try to go from zero to Blizzard in a year with just throwing money and names at it. And that doesn't always work. I could use some high-profile examples, but I'm not going to. We have an update on what I talked about this week about Ubisoft. Their long-dormant pirate game, Skull and Bones, is getting rebooted. This just in. According to a report from VGC, Ubisoft is moving Skull and Bones away from the premium model offered by its other series, such as Assassin's Creed, and towards the live model similar to something like the mega hit Fortnite. In the report, sources say that Fortnite's approach to events and an ever-changing game world is the new direction for the pirate adventure, with quests changing based on the actions of the player community. The product had a significant shift in leadership, with its former creative director stepping aside in favor of Elizabeth Pellin, a longtime Ubisoft employee. Ubisoft declined to comment on the report. I say, let's see what you got. I'll play your weird multiplayer-only Skull and Bones pirate game. If it feels like your other ship combat stuff has in the previous Assassin's Creed games that had ship combat, I'm kind of on board. However, I do have a concern. Without character and story, what are we fighting other ships for? You know what I mean? Is that going to be meaningful? That kind of combat in a repetitive way, will that be meaningful without the dressing of character and story? You may surprise me. And honestly, I'd rather play that in Fortnite, so bring it on. In somewhat related news, Watch Dogs 2 for the PC is free for everyone, and here's how you have to claim it. So here's the deal. They were going to make it so that anybody who watched their stream for their Forward event yesterday or Sunday, they were going to be able to get a free copy of the second game in the series, Watch Dogs 2 on PC. There was some confusion. Not everybody could get it, so they revised the deal. And the deal is now this. Ubisoft is simply giving everybody with a Uplay account a free copy of Watch Dogs 2 on PC, as well as the other rewards that were up for grabs during the stream. Not sure what those are, but all you need to claim these freebies is to register on the Ubisoft site. If you've already got a Uplay account, you've got it installed on your PCs, you just log in and run the thing. Even if you don't have an account yet, you can still sign up and grab the rewards as well. I say great. Good on you. This is a nice thing actually to do for people where there was some confusion and problems and other stuff. But this also is just a tiny little, barely a little Band-Aid on making us feel okay about you for just a little longer while you ignore any public statements about the problems you're having inside of Ubisoft. It's not enough, trust me, but it's nice, I guess.
Email.
We have an email, and this came from Marcus. He says, Dearest Scott, I find your daily musings rather wonderful and hope you will give my small email a read. He says this, is Mega Man 2 really hard, or am I just very bad at it? Yours and Jesus, Marcus. Well, Marcus, maybe one or the both could be true. It is very hard. It's notoriously hard, but maybe you're also bad at it. But don't feel bad, because I'm really bad at it. And that's why I kind of never really continued with the series, because I just could not play 2 to save my life. So yeah, it's two things at once. It's a very hard video game, and me and Marcus are bad at Mega Man 2. Send your emails to scott@frogpants.com, or leave me a cool comment in the comments down here, and I may use one of those. You never know. And now, something of little consequence. A video of a guy dropping a cigarette from the 70s. Enjoy.
Pay later.
That will do it for me and you right now here on Frogpants Plays Daily. We'll be back tomorrow with more. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, contact me anytime you want. I'm always available, scott@frogpants.com. If you have comments, put them below. And if you like what we do, support us on Patreon, patreon.com/frogpants. That's going to do it. I'll see you tomorrow. Xbox with its former good lord.